Here's our ESPN Bet Futures Spotlight. After racking up 5 total touchdowns in a thrilling win over the Bills last week, Jalen Hurts now a plus 150 favorite to win the MVP award, the shortest odds for any player this season. The only other players with shorter than 10-1 odds to win MVP, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Dak Prescott, as you see there. So let's make a case for someone not named Jalen Hurts to win MVP. Marcus, you first.
Well, you know, look at the colors that I have on. Rain Dakota Prescott. He's been playing at a very high level. And listen, we know that this stretch is going to be more important for him than probably any other quarterback in the NFL. Brock Purdy is about to have another one of his seminal moments coming up this weekend against the Philadelphia Eagles. But Dak has an opportunity in this last home run stretch to make these numbers jump. And I guarantee y'all right now, like we looking at this with Jalen Hurts being that Kansas City win and that Buffalo win has a lot to do with this and how he performed in the second halves of those games. In big games when everybody was watching, Dak has a number of those coming up as well. So I think he'll be firmly supplanted if he continues to play at the level he has been.
I don't hate it. If he plays the next month like he has this last month versus the competition, there's a darn good chance. So I'll give you that.
Darn.
I will say Brock Purdy.
You ain't got to give me that. That's what I just said.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You're welcome. I'm going to say Brock Purdy. Okay, number one, he quarterbacks the 3rd ranked offense in the NFL for yardage, 4th ranked when it comes to points. While doing that, the only quarterbacks who have thrown less interceptions, there's that throw, Hawk. Less interceptions are Russell Wilson, C.J. Stroud, and Lamar Jackson. I'd also say this. He's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. For everybody who lives in this world where it's just the system and anybody can go play quarterback there, number 1 quarterback in the NFL throwing the ball downfield. So that is
Best
the
QBR.
complete opposite of best QBR, complete opposite of a system quarterback. He's protected less than they have with Jimmy Garoppolo. They have less yards after catch than they did with Jimmy Garoppolo. And again, best downfield quarterback statistically in the league right now.
Look,
you can't beat that.
I hate that I have to be the one to take it here. I'm disappointed that Marcus didn't do it, but
I've been disappointed for Marcus for 4 years.
Myles Garrett, I don't care who the trophy goes to, Myles Garrett is the most valuable player in the league. The Browns are significantly planted in the playoff hunt simply because he's there. They have no quarterback. Everything running back has been gone. Offenses are down, which is why there is no clear-cut leader because defenses have been playing so well. And the Browns not only have the best defense in the league, it's a historical defense. The fewest yards per game since 2008. And when he is the reason for that. When he's on the field, they average 5.6 yards per pass attempt. When he's off, they average 10. He is the second most double-teamed edge in the league. He leads the league in sacks. He's a sack behind T.J. Watt and Danielle Hunter at 13. But he's the only player who's top 10 in pass rush win rate and run stop win rate. So I'm telling you, he is the best player in the league. He means the most to his team of anybody in the NFL. And I don't care what the trophy says, Marcus.
Ooh.
Hawk, you just got emotional because T.J. Watt has done all those things for the
He's not as good in the
Steelers.
run. T.J. Watt is incredible. I'm not arguing against T.J. Watt.
We don't talk about people that defend the run winning no damn MVP, Hawk.
Come on,
you know that.
Honest?
If that was the case, Richard Seymour would have won some, and Vince Wilfork would have won some. Here's the thing, though, Hawk, to your point. Like, we need to figure out another award. We do need to figure out another award. The MVP award is for quarterbacks. Let's get it. Unless somebody has one of these seasons where we see rarity over the last 20 or 30 years in the NFL, it's going to the quarterbacks. The justification they make to not give it to Tyreek if he went over 2,000 because Tua was throwing it to him. So it's always a default when it comes to that. And I wanted to ask Dan a question, though, legitimate question, even though we beefing today because he throwing shots. Dio, do you think, though, like with these voters, because you can make a hard argument that Brock Purdy should be second in MVP voting. You can make that argument based on how he's playing. Do you think he suffers from Kyle Shanahan and what we've seen the 49ers offense be before he arrived?
Absolutely, especially for people who don't actually watch the games and just look at stat lines or box scores, and they've said, well, every quarterback has always played good for Kyle Shanahan, so Brock Purdy but the way that the performance is happening and the way that the box score gets to look the way it looks is the most important part of it.
Well, you even brought up the system. By the way, anyone know the last defensive player to win the MVP?
Last defensive player to win MVP?
LT?
J.J.
Lawrence
Watt.
Taylor?
You're right. Lawrence Taylor in 1986. That just shows you how it's not going to happen.
J.J. Watt.
J.J.
You was
Watt.
playing.
Okay.
You know damn well J.J. Watt ain't win no league MVP.
A kicker won it 4 years before that.
You two can beef in the break. That's true.